国际学生预科学院，简称 PIFIS， 成立于1991年。学院坐落于布达佩斯市中心最繁华的瓦茨街上，距离布达佩斯考文纽斯大学只有100米距离。恰逢学院成立25周年之际，学院在考文纽斯大学宴会厅内举行了隆重的庆典仪式。学校各部领导、历届从教过的教授和往届学生都受邀前来，一起见证这激动人心的时刻。沃西利斯校长总结了学院25年来的发展历程，规划了学校今后的发展方向，并感谢了为学院曾经辛勤付出过的教授。我也很荣幸作为往届学生代表，与大家分享了在匈牙利留学期间的感悟与收获。国际学生预科学院从建校起，培养了近1000名国际留学生进入匈牙利知名大学。学院将帮助来自世界各地的学子实现他们的匈牙利名校梦。同学们，大家好，我是李子涵。我们都知道呢，布达佩斯考文纽斯大学还有布达佩斯商学院都是匈牙利顶尖的商科院校。那么经常呢，在我的微信还有微博的后台，有同学问我一些关于学校申请的问题。你比如说啊，我需不需要读预科？预科好不好申请呢？预科容不容易毕业呢？我毕业之后还可不可以重新选择专业？等等等等一系列问题。今天呢，我们就一起来到了拥有25年教学历史的国际学生预科中心，那么和校长一起来聊一下同学们关心的那些事儿。Hello, Vasilis。今年是学院成立的第25个年头，学院启用了新的校址。沃斯利斯校长很热心地带领我参观了学校的环境和设施，详细地介绍了学院新的动态与进展。
Hogy vagy?
Köszönöm szépen, nagyon jól. It's getting better and better.
Köszönöm szépen. I'm very happy to have this opportunity to talk with you today. So actually, recently I'm having a lot of Chinese students applying for the universities in Budapest and also around Hungary. And they have a lot of questions. I think today I can get some authoritative answer from you. Maybe you can.
I'm very happy to do that, and we have the opportunity to inform the Chinese students about the programs we operated and the studies in Hungary.
Okay, so let's start with a very common, very normal question. So they are not sure what kind of type of study they should take the first. For example, there's preparatory program and also there's university bachelor program. So they don't know which one they should take first. Maybe some students want they can go to the university directly, and some of them are considering to take the preparatory program at the first year. So what is your opinion?
There is no good or bad answer. Depends on the student. If a student is really good in English and mathematics and meet all the necessary criteria to apply directly to the university, he can apply directly to the university. If not, and he needs to get some time to study more English and mathematics and to prepare himself for the university studies, he can apply for the preparatory program. Another thing that the students always need to consider before they make the decision is their personality. To study in a university, they have to deal with very common for the adult problems. I mean, to rent an apartment or to go in a dormitory, to wash their clothes, to buy their tickets, to cook their meals. A lot of things, small things, but if somebody used to deal with that with their parents, with his man, to wash the clothes, to study how to set up the machine, etc., etc. So it depends on the student. If somebody is ready, his personality, to go to the university, of course, it's better to go to the university. But if not, and he needs some time to prepare himself for all of these duties, it's better to come to the preparatory program.
Because when they just finish the high school and especially study abroad, there's the difficulties between the directly transfer. So maybe taking the preparatory program would help them to to suitable for this, to be ready for the university life?
Of course, for me, the main difficulty for the first year is the psychology part of the life. So to use that I'm not in China, I have moved to Europe, in a European country, and the culture differences between the two countries are very big. So for everybody, they need to get time from one country to the other. For this reason, it's much better to start with the preparatory, because the preparatory program is easier than the university. And as our institution it's not so big as a university is, then we can deal with the students one by one to see their needs and to see how we can support them one by one in their studies.
Okay, fine. So let's talk about another question, is that when they apply directly to the university, there are some difficulties because they have some higher requirements if you want to go to the university directly. So what is the requirement about the preparatory program? It is easy or not? Or anyway?
Again, depends on the student and depends on the level of English knowledge of the students. But always we try to help them step by step and to give them the right directions how they can apply. Actually, they need to have, for the preparatory program of Corvinus University, minimum pre-intermediate level in English, the good level in mathematics. And for the preparatory program of Budapest Business School, they need to have minimum elementary knowledge in English.
So based on their English level, and they can choose to take the preparatory program for the Corvinus University, and otherwise they can choose the Budapest Business School.
Yes, and depends which program they want to study after the preparatory program, because if somebody wants, for example, to study tourism or financial and accounting, then he can apply directly to the preparatory program of Budapest Business School. So it depends what the students want to study after the preparatory program.
Okay, and during the preparatory year, so what kind of thing they can learn from the preparatory program, and or we can say how this program is operating?
We have English and mathematics classes. In English we teach them not only the language, but the way in Europe we use to teach. It's completely different than what you do in China. In China, as we know, I hope that we know correctly, in one side is a teacher and in the other side are the students, and the teacher teach the students. Here in Europe and in Hungary, in Budapest, the students need more to participate the class, to be more active. So they work together with the teachers, and we teach them in small groups of 12, 15 students, and all of them, they create a group and they work together. So it's not the typical model that the teacher teach and the students study, but all together they are working in a project, and the teacher try to help them to study.
So in a word, it's like they will take mathematics and they will take English.
Yes.
And both of them is to have them to ready for the entrance exam for the universities.
Yes, actually we have a lot of small exams during the year and the final exam in the end of the year. So if a student get the minimum scores of all the exams, of the small exams and the final exam in the end, then he can get direct admission to the university.
So, but there's another question. So after they take to the preparatory program, and in the final, for example, if a student apply for Corvinus University and finally he failed the entrance exam, and what should they do?
depends on the score they get, because the different programs in the university or in the universities, they have they need different scores in the finals. So if they can not achieve the highest score for Corvinus University, let's say for the business program, then they can apply in other programs with lower criteria, admission criteria, and they can continue in other programs, or in Corvinus University, or in BBS, or in other universities with lower and lower scores needed.
Okay, so before they apply for the preparatory program, they will choose that which profession they are really interested in. For example, for Corvinus, we have the business management, we have international relations, and we have also applied economics. So
we have business and management, international business.
Oh, international business, okay.
And applied economics.
So this is for Corvinus.
This is for Corvinus University.
And for the Budapest Business School?
For the Budapest Business School, it's tourism and management. It's international, again, for Budapest Business School is commerce and marketing, tourism and catering, international business, and financial and accounting.
So that is what they should do before applying for the university. They should choose. They should have a target.
Yes.
Which profession I want to go in the future.
But during the preparatory program, they can change their decision, and they can apply to in the end of the year in another program.
So it means that after the preparatory year, so they can rethink about which profession that I really want to go.
This is one of the meaning of the preparatory year, because if they are not sure what they want to study, they can, let's say, they can apply for business, but in the end of the year they can change and they go to study marketing, or to study tourism, or to study accounting.
So basically, like the professions, for the professions we have business management, international business, applied economics, and marketing, tourism,
and
accounting. So that is total these two universities can provide.
Yes.
So, and any suggestions for those kind of different professions, or what do you think about this variety of programs?
The students need to know what they want to do and what they want to study. We provide them with all the necessary information about the programs and about the professions they can do after they study in one or each program. But the decision has to be made by the student. We help them and support them with all the information. We discuss with them what they like, but they need to do the decision with their parents.
So just now we have talked many things and details about the preparatory program and also the studies in Hungary. After that, students will apply for the preparatory program, and maybe the universities also. So when they should apply for the universities and also the preparatory program, or like what kind of documents and what kind of necessary thing they need to prepare?
First of all, it's much better to start their application as soon as they can, because the procedure in application in our institute takes from 2 weeks to 4 weeks, depends how the student react, how fast it's doing the necessary steps. But all the students from China needs time to apply for the visa as well, and it takes approximately from 1 to 2 months. So as soon as they can, it's better to start their application. Regarding to your question, what they need to do, it's much better if they use your help on that and your support, how to do that, because you know all the informations and all the necessary steps and the documents they need to do. So the best is to go to you, and you can help them how to do that. So you have many opportunities in your life, and you have many opportunities to go in different countries and to study in different programs. If in the end of the day you decide to come to our programs, you have to be sure that we will be here to help you to study, because we give to you an opportunity to prepare yourself for the university studies, but we want to accept only students they want to study. So you don't buy the entrust to the university, you take an opportunity to prepare yourself to study. We do help all the students, they are motivated in studies and they want to study, and we do our best to help you to achieve your goals.
It's my pleasure to meet you.
Okay, in Ish. So since recently more and more Chinese students, they are considering study abroad, especially in Hungary, and I think there's also a lot of Chinese students studying the preparatory program.
Right.
As you are teaching mathematics here, do you have some suggestions to the former students and also the students here?
Thank you for the question. Basically, I have been teaching Chinese students for 25 years already in English. And I have the impression that most of them are really hardworking and good students. So if they have the devotion and the commitment, then they can easily master this mathematics class. My suggestion is that they just keep working like this, and everything is going to work.
So in the
I also have the impression that most of the Chinese students have the necessary and the adequate background in mathematics. What they have problems with is basically the use of English language in mathematics, because they do not have any kind of experience in that. But that is also what they do, what they study here in this class.
Okay.
This course.
Thank
you very much.
同学你们好，这个你们是考文纽斯预科的学生是吧？咱们有个时间就是做一个小小的采访。好，然后呢，咱们这个来这边有多久了？大概3个月的时间。那好，这个来看一下我们的镜头，然后想问一下，在这边学习的生活还有一些体验。你们觉得来匈牙利这3个月在这边生活学习的这些经历，或者说一些感悟，可以跟我们分享一下吗？
在这边这3个月呢，过得很充实，然后可以去看很多的景色，可以跟很多外国人交流，学习到很多的东西，然后了解匈牙利的文化，这我觉得
老师讲的也挺好的，和同学交流方面交流意思都很畅。
所以你们是比较喜欢在这个地方学习，对吧？好，谢谢啊。Hello, what's your name? My name is Arpat. Nice to meet you too. So, how long have you been in Hungary?
I have been in Hungary last 6 months.
Last 6 months? Yeah. Okay, so you started in the preparatory program, and what is your feelings about the teachers, about the schools, and about the Hungary, this country?
The Hungary is a bit small, but the schools, the teachers, they're really good. They're so kind and helpful, so everything is good. Just the test is a bit small, but
okay,
everything is good.
What you like life here?
I like the nightlife.
Okay.
Actually. Also, I like the historical buildings and history.
Okay,
it's wonderful.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Dear teachers and students, good afternoon. My name is Lizzie Han. Having graduated from PIFIS, 4 years ago I came to Hungary for study, and during these years I have been making lots of friends with the students all over the world, and I have learned a lot of things which I cannot learn in my hometown. Actually, today I'm standing here having some words to the students which they are considering coming to Hungary for study, and also the students here studying PIFIS. Since we have chosen the way of studying abroad to broaden our horizons, we need to embolden ourselves to get over difficulties and to ensure a dream. As long as you have making the decision to spare no effort to achieve your goal, life will give you rewards in a given day. Thank you very much.